I want you to imagine what it might be like 3 years from now, living a life that you love. A life where you wake up most mornings and you feel excited about the day ahead. Now, this is not the perfect life, because let's face it, that does not exist. This is not a life where nothing bad ever happens or where there's no challenges or struggles, because that is simply BS. But it is a life that is more a truer reflection of who you are. And that, imagine living a life that is more in alignment with your true self. How exciting would that be? It would be amazing, wouldn't it? And just think, that might be possible for you. Well, in fact, it might be possible for you tomorrow, but we're going to imagine it 3 years from now, okay? For the purposes of this practical exercise. So this is a journaling exercise, and it needs you to step aside from being practical, realistic, sensible, and actually step into your imagination and your creativity and just go a little bit wild. Because let's face it, it's so easy for us to limit ourselves. I think all of us do this in terms of putting limits on what's possible for us. Most of us have so much potential inside ourselves that we leave on the table that we never realise for lots of reasons, really. So it might be because of our past experiences. We've only got a certain frame of reference. We're not surrounded by people who maybe are living our dream life, so we don't feel it's possible for us. So for instance, myself, I've not been brought up with people who were entrepreneurs or best-selling authors. I don't know any people like that. So for me to actually be where I am, to make that next jump, it's like a jump from like trying to leap the Grand Canyon or something like that. It's huge. So that can be really tough, and it can feel like there's like a baseline or a glass ceiling that we can never quite penetrate. And I want us to bypass this for this exercise, and it means getting excited. It means connecting and tapping into our longings, our desires, the things that maybe frustrate us about our life, because they can tell us a hell of a lot about what we would love to change, okay? And I really want you to dream big, to go big with this, not playing small, okay? We're dreaming big during this exercise. I want you to, really go for it and have a bit of fun. Well, we're not being realistic, okay? And it's your dream, okay? So let it come. And I'm going to share some journaling prompts with you. So we're going to divide it up into 4 areas of our life. The first area is work and career. The second area is love and relationships. 3 is health and well-being. And 4 is personal growth and fun. So we are going to use our journals. So all you need is pen and paper. I've got my journal here, and I really just allow yourself to go there. So let's just do a tiny little guided visualization to get us warmed up, to get us grounded as well. So if it's okay to do so, just let your eyes close and just really connect to whatever surface is below you. So I'm sat on the floor, so I'm just going to sink a little bit deeper into that floor as I exhale, softening your arms, letting them become a little bit looser and heavier, relaxing the shoulders, softening the corners of the eyes, and deepening the breath, slowing the breath down, sending the breath a little bit lower, a little bit deeper. That's good. And I just want you to imagine it's 3 years from now and you're living a life that feels true to you, a life that you love. I just want you to step into that life and to just go with whatever comes up for you in this moment. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What are you doing? What does a typical day look like for you? What do you enjoy? And just make that sense or image or picture or sound bigger, louder, brighter, more colourful. Breathe as much life into it as you possibly can. Taking a nice deep inhale, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Hold it at the top, and then when you're ready, just let it out and blink the eyes open. And when you're ready, just pick up your pen, get your journal, and we're going to start off the first one. We're going to do 2 minutes for each one, and I'm going to say to you, pause the recording, have maybe a phone timer for 2 minutes that you set for yourself, and then keep coming back to the video for each one. Okay, so we're going to take 2 minutes for each one. So the first one is work and career. So I've already done this before, by the way. So I've got my pen in my hand, but I've actually done this before, and I will share what I thought at the end. But for 2 minutes, I want you to write, free write, which means you're not worrying about spellings, grammar, punctuation. You keep your pen moving on the page. You write as fast as you can if possible, so that we sidestep that critical, judgmental mind, and you just allow your thoughts just to come out. And it doesn't matter if you're thinking, what am I talking about? Just allow it to come. So 3 years from now, what are you doing for work and career? Start off by putting I am, and just write for 2 minutes, I am. So thinking about, are you in the same job? Have you changed careers perhaps? Have you started off a new project maybe, or started a business? Have you started writing maybe a book? Or I don't know, what are you doing? So when you're ready, 2 minutes starts now. So welcome back. Hopefully you did the 2 minutes. So let's move on to the next part. So the next part is love and relationships. Now the truth is that relationships are the biggest predictor of our happiness. They give our life the most meaning and significance. So our relationships are super important. They really do matter. They matter hugely. So putting some effort and energy into our relationships is really key to our happiness. So let's write about your relationships. 3 years from now, I am. What are you doing? Who are you with? Who are you spending time with? Have you got a new relationship in your life? Have you improved some of the relationships that you've already got? What's going on for you? Have you made some new friends? 2 minutes from now, go. Welcome back. So the third one is health and well-being. As they say, health is wealth. Without our health, it doesn't matter about how much money you've got. If you've not got your health, you've really got nothing, have you? So it is a key factor of a really enjoyable, contented life. So what do you want? What will create a life that you love for in 3 years' time in terms of your health and well-being? So what will you have been doing? What will you have introduced into your weekly routine of life? Will you have been going to the gym more, swimming more? Will you have been eating better? Would you have started to cook more? What would you be doing? So when you're ready, you've got 2 minutes, go. Welcome back. So now we're going to move on to the final quadrant of the journaling activity, and that is personal growth and fun. And fun, honestly, we sometimes don't prioritise fun when we get older, do we? We become very serious, we become all very focused, especially if you're into the self-development, self-improvement world of things. You can just become really caught up in it that you just put fun on the back seat. When actually fun, we're here to enjoy our lives. Life is not meant to be miserable. Life is not meant to be all serious all the time. We want to have a good laugh, we want to have fun. And personal growth is important too. So what are you doing for your spirituality? How are you growing emotionally, intellectually? So I really want you to just go there now for 2 minutes. What do you need in terms of personal growth and fun to create a life you love in 3 years? Go. Hello, welcome back. So that's it, you've done all 4 hopefully. So I just want to share with you a little bit about when I did mine, okay? So for me, in terms of work and career, the biggest thing that was coming out for me was that my main priority really is to write a book. And I've been wanting to do this since I was like knee-high to a grasshopper, I think. Not that young, but since my teens. So it's time really, isn't it, to prioritise that. In terms of love and relationship, I genuinely do think that now is the time. I've been a single parent for 10 years and now is the time maybe to open myself up to a new relationship, a man, to come into my life. So I need to create space for that person. I need to do some work really on myself to allow that to happen, because there's still quite a few walls up. And yeah, so I need to do some work on myself really to ensure and just put myself out there a little bit more. You know, it's a numbers game really, isn't it? So I have been on 2 dates recently though, so there you go. What's the next one? What's the next one? It is health and well-being. So this one I'm probably pretty, then again, yeah. So I am overall happy with this one, but I would want to be cooking more nutritious meals, making more time to do that for me and my son, and continuing to do the yoga, yeah, to improve, to be able to do the crow. If I can do the crow and a handstand stood like that, but I can do the handstand, but I can't hold it without the wall. So if I can do that in 3 years' time, at 53, that is not bad going, is it? So there you go. So what else was the last one? Fun and personal growth. This is an important one. I need to prioritise more outdoor fun, more outdoor experiences, more adventures. So they're the things that I need to prioritise, okay? So this is not about creating an ideal, perfect life, remember. This exercise is not about that, but it is about doing more of the things that light you up. Yeah, about living a life that is more in alignment with who you are. So I hope from this journaling activity, it's given you some ideas about what your priorities are, what's important, what matters most, so that you can really start to look at those things and think, well, if I want to make that happen in my life, what routines, what habits do I need to introduce now? What small changes, and we can't change everything overnight. We're not meant to change everything overnight. Change happens incrementally, slowly, gradually. So what small changes can you start to make that will help you? And if you are totally overwhelmed, if you are stuck, if you are unsure of what to do next, don't worry. Just do the best next thing. You do not need to see the full path ahead of you, okay? You do not need to do that, okay? Just the next best step, and that is enough. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Come over and check my website out, which is kholdsworth.com. And if you want, you can get my free resource, which is 21 life-changing questions to reconnect with your true self. And that's at subscribepage.io/21. That's subscribepage.io/21. Thanks a lot.